What up, players? It's Wolboss Tap in this mud. Today I'm going to teach you Space Wolves players out there how to make a Harald Deathwolf shoulder insignia if you don't have the Harald Deathwolf insignia transfer sheets. If you've only got the Space Wolf transfer sheet, all you need is the transfer sheet, and here are the colors you're going to need to use. Chaos Black or Abaddon Black, Corn Red, Mephiston Red, Celestra Gray, and White Scar. So, I hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Alright players, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to need to do to put a Harald Deathwolf insignia on your Space Wolf is to get the Space Wolves transfer sheet here. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut off one of these, which is actually, I'm not sure if it's the Ragnar Blackmane or Logan Grimnar. It's one of the standard Wolf Howling at the Moon transfer sheets, and you are going to cut this out and prep that, get that ready to put on your miniature. Then what I do is I put them on the left shoulder pad. I think that's correct. Let me know if it's not. So the background color for Logan, or for Harald Deathwolf is, not Mephiston, is actually Corn Red, which is a foundation color, or a base color, I guess you'd call it. So here we go. So you're gonna paint your shoulder pad with Corn Red first. Make a nice even coat of that. Then you're gonna take the little insignia there of the wolf howling at the moon. You're gonna cut it out and apply it. And when that's done, should look like this. Red background with a transfer right over it. Let that set and dry for a day, and also use some, if you have access to them, Microsol and Microset. Fantastic products. So they really help to melt the edges into the model, and I'll do a tutorial on using Microsol and Microset, but really, like, look how amazing putting on Microset and then the transfer and then a couple of coats of Microsol just really melts the edges so you can't really tell that it's a transfer. We're going to take Corn Red again and we're going to paint back over. So we want to keep the black insignia of the wolf. And if you make a mistake, then just go back with some black paint. But it should be pretty simple to follow. Just kind of paint within the lines. We're just covering up the moon. I was thinking, when I was thinking about what, great company to attach the Space Wolves that I'm painting to, they're really trying to sell this new Harald Deathwolf guy, and besides his name being Harald, I think one of the cool things about him is that the little star that the wolf is howling to, guess how many points are on it? Coincidence that the star happens to be an 8-pointed star? I don't know. So we're gonna let this dry, and while that is drying, we are going to take some, a little bit more red. Actually, you don't see the whole 8-pointed star. If you look up Ragnar, or not Ragnar, but I keep saying Ragnar. If you look up the Harald Deathwolf insignia and you look at the star that the wolf is howling at, you'll see that it would be an 8-pointed star if the wolf wasn't blocking it. I think there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on the star that you can see. I just think that's really interesting. Like, why would they do that? Why would you do that, GW? Is it a subtle illusion that the moon that this little wolf is howling to happens to have 8 points to it? Is there a reason? I don't know. We're also going to paint this wolf's eye. Shouldn't be white, it should be red. Oh shoot, I'm kind of messing up all the snow on the base. I'm using, thanks to Ken Leonhardt's suggestion, some of Vallejo's, you might be wondering, like, what's all that stuff on the base? I'm using Vallejo's Foam and Snow. I just applied it. Thought I was being more careful. I'll let that dry and put a little bit more over though. And I'll do a little bit of a tutorial on how to use it. So there we go. We've just about painted the Black Wolf insignia. The parts that we want, we painted them red. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of black now and cover up the mistakes. As I say so many times, a lot of the process in painting isn't actually the painting itself, but the covering of the mistakes and the correcting. Especially when it comes to doing stuff like insignia. You might say, like, well, if all that was just meant to put this black wolf head on, why not just freehand paint it yourself? And you can do that too. Either way works. Oh, this poor boot. I'm gonna add a little bit of snow effects to it. Ooh. Let's see if that doesn't dry clear and crystally and snowy like. If it doesn't, then I just paint over it. Paint over it! That's my solution to everything. A little bit more corn red to even out the sides. Okay, so we're gonna let this dry, and then when we come back, we're gonna paint the star with the 8-pointed star, but with only 6 points. So you're gonna get Celestra Gray is the first color that we're going to use to make the star. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're back. Our rune priest here had a little bit of a hair dye job, and now we're going to get into painting the star with the Celestra Gray here. So first, we're going to take the Celestra Gray, and we're going to make a little bit of an outline. And first thing we're going to do is make a vertical line. Let me show it to you how I'm going to do it. There's like a little dot of white right in front of the wolf's mouth, and then 2 vertical lines radiating from the center. And I'm going to, unfortunately, I'm going to have to turn the model so that I can do it correctly, and then kind of show you how it looks after. So great thing about doing this for the first time is that you can cover over any mistakes that you make. It's gonna go out of focus, so I'm gonna bring it in just a little bit there. Just gonna make a vague outline of 2 straight lines, one above and one below. There's a little bit of the star that's pushing out from the diagonal here, so we'll add that. Then we'll add the rest in right here. Diagonal, long straight line pushing out to the side here, and small diagonal up here. So, very, very roughly done. Looks pretty bad, but now we're going to clean it up. We're going to take first our white scar, and we're going to try and paint within the lines as much as we can. I'm actually using a wet palette here on the side, so sorry if you see me kind of ducking out of camera frame for a little short second. White scar tends to run so watery. It's a hard little paint to use. So you just have to paint within the lines that you've already made. Okay, so you get something like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over with corn red and fix up and tighten up those little star beams. I'm going to start with the one on the right side. As long as you remember the diagonal ones are meant to be a little bit thinner and shorter than the ones at the top, bottom, and side. Let that kind of guide you a little bit. You should be fine. Ta-da! Now all that's left to do is take some Mephiston red, color over what we've already done, giving the shoulder pad a little bit of a highlight here. And this is our last step for painting up a Harald Deathwolf insignia. Just painting in the lines. So I made a little mistake just now. Painted a little bit of red onto one of the white stripes. So just gonna go back with some white scar and fix that up. And that will complete our shoulder pad insignia. Now, if you don't want to do this for your entire army, then Harald Deathwolf Games Workshop actually has a transfer sheet for anybody interested, but I think at this point you might not be able to find it in your game store. You might have to order it direct from Games Workshop. I don't think it's sold all that well when it first came out, and it only comes in an envelope. It's only one transfer sheet, I believe, for you know, for the price that they charge, so you might have to order it directly. But there you go. How to paint a Harald Deathwolf transfer shoulder insignia using the transfer sheet from the Space Wolves pack. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and found a little bit of use in it. Sorry again about the focus, but I realize that it's going to be blurry for a lot of the video. It's just that having to work on such a small surface area, in order to be able to see it, I have to bring the focus in to show all the fine detail work, and this camera doesn't have an autofocus, so sometimes just holding it an inch or two away, even from where it's optimally supposed to be, is just not good. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it again. Don't forget to leave a comment and hit the like button before you go. Oh, I haven't said that in a long time. And thanks for watching.